to episode 2 of season 14. Yeah, season 14 of the FM Save. Now, we actually, in the real world, we just got an announcement about Football Manager 26. They obviously didn't come out with 25. Whatever they were trying to do, like revamp the game in order to release 25, that ended up not happening. They skipped ahead, they went to 26 instead. And even then, like, they haven't, like, have they got it out on the release of the start of the season? No, but hopefully it's a good game. Personally, I won't be playing it because I am in deep on this save instead. So there's no need for me to be playing 26 right now because I'm committed to the London Greens, and we're gonna keep playing the London Green save for the foreseeable future. Now, with that in mind, the first thing we're going to talk about is the potential signing of a centre mid by the name of Finley Chadwick, who's got some decent stats, good passing, good vision. We don't know the exact numbers, so what we're going to do, well, to be fair, we could go for like the, and let's get rid of that. Okay, brilliant. We could go for a trial or something like that, but I think we may as well. We know we need a kind of creative player because if Ben Horn is up top, I'm not sure we have someone to kind of fill in behind Ben Horn. Let's make that bonus 500. Let's get rid of that and we'll up that to 40. So 40, 500 and 600 becomes 725, and that's accepted. Okay, brilliant. So in terms of our finances, we're actually looking pretty good on the finances. We're a-okay. We're in profit. We're in profit. Wow. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad at all. Now we click continue, and it will be Haringey United and Woodley United for the two games this episode. So we're still trying to plan, like we're still, unfortunately, because it's still semi-pro or amateur or whatever level we're at, like I don't really know exactly how we would describe our own club, which is a little bit of a weird thing to have to say. But we don't have all too much training, you know, like we don't really get that option so much. It wants me to lower the line of engagement. Interesting. What is the current line of engagement? It's standard. No, it's high press. Okay, well, I guess we can bring it back. That wouldn't be like a terrible thing to do. Okay, Ben Smith has got a little bit of a heavy match load. So Abdullah can play instead. Mediums and whatnot, that's okay. Olafsson is on loan, don't forget. So even though he appears in our squad, he's not actually available to us, which is annoying. Let's give Luke... let's give Luke Jones a start. For Gerard Sprawley. And Tadeka's on the bench. Jones and Horn and Cooper up top. Parker, Howard, Melbourne in the middle of the park. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's all fine. So into match 1. We had a very good start to the season. Last episode, we had a really good start. Like, not like particularly... I just quickly check that. I was going to say not particularly super strong, but it actually kind of was. Because we won a game 2-0 with a man sent off. In Charles Thomas. And then we won in our cup game 4-0. So yeah, we did well. That second game was a bit of a good one, but the first one less so. And oh, actually, look at that. Maybe Melbourne shouldn't have started today's game. We might have to make a sub at halftime or something like that. Anyway, into the game now. I want a comment in the last episode said, could you show us maybe some of the players? Opposition, there we go. And their numbers. Here you go. So this is a center mid for one of our opposition teams. You can see like they've got good stats in their specific, you know, departments. Let's say the specific stats that they are needing for that position. For example, there's your jumping reach, tackling, positioning, bravery, stuff like that for a centre back. For a cam, we're probably going to be looking at vision and passing. However, the passing's not great, but the first touch is good, the flair is good, the natural fitness, the kind of good physicals around the board. And a striker, I mean, yeah, look at that. Off the ball, 12. Technique, 12. First touch, 9. Composure's pretty good as well. So you can see that the other teams around me, they are even more so than me. They focus on the stats that are really important to that particular position. Whereas I kind of am a little bit different in the way I do it. I kind of try and focus on, yes, I want those stats to be good for that position, but I'm also looking for a really strong baseline of what I call my non-negotiables, you know, my determination, my teamwork. Abdullah runs through, gets the shot, and it is saved. So maybe that's like a way I could potentially tweak what I'm looking for in players. And like if I am looking for a centre back, straight up looking for someone who can tackle and can jump real good, and that's it. You know, maybe that's something I could be doing. When it comes to a striker, looking for someone who straight up has good composure and a good first touch or something like that. Just super simple and off the ball, maybe 2 or 3 stats that could be, well, game breaking, I suppose. I also had a comment from Subway saying, you forgot acceleration, or like, you know, the 3 best stats. Acceleration, acceleration, acceleration. Like I do agree with that as well. Like I do think that is correct as well. But maybe that, I don't know, like it feels a bit FIFA, if you know what I mean. Like it feels a little bit FIFA to, oh, what a finish from Martin Howard. From outside the box, no less. That was a good shot. 25 yards out. First ever goal for the Greens. Let's watch this on. So Ben Horn kind of tries to drag a centre-back. Doesn't end up dragging a centre-back. And they've actually got a good line, but no one... I mean, I guess this lad here, Wardley, does try to close Howard down, but it's not nearly energetic enough. It's not. So I'm going to drop a calm down. We've just scored. I'm going to ask for a bit of a calm down. Cooper on the ball. Across to Abdullah, who shoots it low and puts it in as well. And we are scoring from outside the box with ease. 20 yards out, a sublime finish, and it's a goal on his debut. So after 5 minutes, we've gone bang, bang. And just perfect. Look at this finish. Really good shot. It's quite low, but the keeper is not getting to that one. And actually, that makes me want to check. If this is saying we're at 3 points, we did. We started with 2 cup games. So we haven't actually had any kind of idea as to the level of the league that we've been promoted to. Of course, we've been promoted. So you would think the level of the league we've been promoted to is stronger than the league we've just left. However, that's not quite how it works at the lower end of the pyramid. It's not. It's very much a seasonal thing. And the level of, let's say, I don't know, even potentially, you know, like League 1 and League 2, you could say, I think you could argue, a lot of those clubs could beat each other and could be in either or league, you know, either or division of that. Championship's probably a little bit higher, and then again, Premier League, yeah, there's a bit of a gap. That's mostly down to money. In fact, it's like 90% down to money. But when you get to those lower divisions, it's less about, oh, this team is in the division above, so they must be a better team. No, that's not quite how it works. Because it's very seasonal, and one good season could see you get promoted, but whereas 3 average seasons could see you stay where you are. So it's very, how do I say, it's very, I don't know, homogenous. From, let's say, level 6, level 5, level 6, down to level 8, maybe, and then onwards, it just kind of flows out even more. That's why it's a pyramid. That's why it's that shape. Okay. So since we went 2-0 up, we have actually we've been put under a little bit of pressure. It's 36 minutes, and I really don't want to concede. So I'm gonna kind of tell the guys, let's just drop back again. And let's just slow down a bit. Maybe we just want to slow down a bit. We want to take a little bit of time out the game. We don't want them, our opposition, to be able to get the ball so easily and try and put us back under pressure. So we are 2-0 up, and you've got to remember, we are 2-0 up. So despite the fact that everything about this game so far seems relatively even in terms of the stats, we put 2 goals in. We've got something to lose. They've got nothing to lose at this point. So they are going to change tactics, and we need to respond to that. Or at least we need to, tweak our own systems to make sure that we keep that 2-goal lead and don't throw it away. Because we have thrown away some points over the years. Of course we have. You all know we have. Oh, well done, Jones. What a steal. But gives it to Ben Horn. Ben Horn back to Melbourne. Into Parker. Into Jones again. Into Horn. Find Jones. He goes. Jones is gone. And he puts it in. Yes, that's very good. That's very nice. So we actually stole the ball higher up the pitch and then created something with it rather than, just letting them play. We actually went and got in their face and put pressure on, and it leads to a goal for Jones. We've got 3 goal scorers here today, and that's pretty good. That's pretty freaking good. Mark Cooper is offside. Okay. So the change we are going to make is we are going to bring Melbourne off for Ryan Glover. That works. Are there any other fitness issues? Maybe Stainfield for Stefan Clark. Everyone else is, yeah, more or less okay for the minute. We might take off Mason. Oh, except we can't now because we've made that change. So because Stefan Clark has come on the right-hand side, we won't actually be able to make that change. Ben Horn goes on his own, gets tackled by Wardley. And unfortunately, that is the end of the highlight. But we're now going to go for a praise. Because we are 2-0 up. We're at 50 minutes. No, we're 3-0 up. Scratch that. We're 3-0 up. And we're at 50 minutes. We've played a really good game so far. They deserve some praise. Abdullah goes to Luke Jones, who finds Ben Horn, who I think one of them is offside. Yeah. Luke Jones was offside. I actually think Luke Jones was offside and then Ben Horn was offside as well, I think. So I think they were both offside. Good save. Corner ball, we're at 55 minutes now. And looking good. Looking all right. It's been a pretty decent start to this second half. Of course, we put one in that hasn't counted, but we haven't really, well, that momentum bar has only just appeared. But we don't look like we're under pressure. And instantly, look at that, we brought it back. It's very even. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Okay, Todd Parker is struggling, so we'll bring him off. And Ephraim comes on. That is all of our changes done. 66 minutes done. And now I'm kind of thinking, I just want us to get to the end and win it 3-0. I don't really need another goal. I just get to the end, see it off. Momentum is firmly with us now. Look at this. We've got these it's kind of like upping and down, but not really ever in Haringey's favour. Like, they did have a period of play where they were. Oh, okay, Luke Jones has picked up a knock, so we're playing with 10 for the last 5-6 minutes of this game. They're attacking, but what I was about to say was Haringey did have a little period of, a touch more dominance, but we changed our tactic. We stepped back, we went into a bit of a lower block, we slowed down the tempo in terms of taking our time with the ball a little bit more. Ben Horn's just gone past everyone. Oh, and hit the post. That was unlucky. He's just showed him up there, really, to be honest. And since then, we've scored another one, and then there's not been any drama. It's been a 0-0 second half where we have put one in that's not counted, and then gone and hit the post as well. So I think it's hard to say anything other than we deserve to win, and the better team is going to win. And there we go. That's the final whistle. What a display from Ben Horn, because he picked up 2 assists, and obviously, like I say, he put one in himself that didn't end up counting. We played a very solid game there. 58% possession, more corners, less fouls, no yellow cards, better passes completed, less shots on target and less shots in general. But the XG was very similar, meaning that we, even with a few less chances, we are more efficient with them, and we put them in the back of the net, which is a big part of it as well. So 3-0, game 1. As I said at the start of the season, there will only be 2 games per episode. It's going to be a little bit of, more detail. You might feel like the progress of the episodes is kind of going a little bit, oh, he's injured. Okay, it's only a couple of days. That's fine. Ben Horn on form, of course. He always is. He's just a really good player. And even though it might feel like the episodes are a little bit slower, I promise you they're not, because I've actually changed the slot that the Football Manager videos are in to be every other day. We can accept that, can't we? Young fullback. Is he in the starting squad? Oh, he is. I mean, I would feel bad saying no. So let's accept that, and then we'll go into our reserves, into our other squads. And there you go. Adam McKnight, you move on up into the senior squad. So even if Alexis Boulay does go on loan, we've still got a backup right back. And Smith has signed a new deal. That's lovely. Quigley is set to move on loan as well. That's awesome. Okay, now a few days before the Woodley game. So, Thomas with another match ban. 2-match ban for that bad tackle. Yeah, we're not going to appeal it. The ref gave a straight red. It feels like it was probably the right thing. Okay. Glover wants to go on a coaching course. How do I do that? Send on coaching course. There we go. Okay, so I've asked for him. Hopefully he's happy with that. Pleased at being promised a loan. So Smalley, if a loan offer comes in, we'll get you out on loan. Tadeka wants me to strengthen a right back. Okay, let's have a look at that. Players in range. And we obviously were looking at fullbacks, but let's focus on right back. Let's focus on work rate, stamina, and we'll go with acceleration as well. I listen. No one. What about is competent at? Still no one. So let's lower that by 1. No one still. And the best is Alexis Boulay. That's a problem. Okay. We lower it by 1 again. We get a little bit more of an option. Podrick. Fitzpatrick. Good determination, decent tackling, good strength. The physicals are okay. But the thing is like not really a kind of... How do I say? It's not really strengthening the squad as much. I mean, like, it is, in terms of, adding a link to the chain, it is. It is strengthening the squad. But is it actually strengthening the squad with a player that is better than the options we have? I don't know. In fact, I don't think so. So how about we just do a straight focus on acceleration and pace. That brings it to 6 players. Harry Dawson. Let's offer them a trial. Let's do it. Let's go for a 3-week trial. Luke Frith as well. Same again. Omari Horn actually is a centre-back, so that's not going to help. There's Alexis Boulay. There are some players. Oh, there's Frith with the good acceleration. Look at that. Okay, let's lower that to 10 then. We should get some more options. Christian Janis. Are we going to get into, like, work permit troubles? Because we've had that before, and I don't want that again. And Antonio Campillo. Let's offer a trial again. Okay, that's 3 trials. I'm going to click continue, and then I'm going to accept all of those trials, which is great. We will figure out if any of those 3 are kind of, you know, worth bringing on. They don't have the best numbers here, but that's not. Yeah, I don't know if that's. I don't trust always in the stars, which is like sounds like more cosmic than I mean it to. In the assistant manager's kind of star rating, I don't always kind of go by that. I go by the stats that I'm looking for and the attributes that I want in a player. I trust my numbers a bit more, I suppose. Okay, the Greenways got a big win against a team that is, I think, quite a little bit higher than them. So they're in the Southern Counties, and Deal Town are in the Isthmian Division. That's a pretty big upset. Yeah, fine. Okay, only a couple of days now until the Woodley fixture. So I'm going to jump away and get to it. Okay, so that didn't take very long at all. We are at the next game, guys. And it's against Woodley United. And what's really, really cool is that now that we're in this division, it looks like there's more real logos, you know, like a few less of the kind of like kind of pre-generated logos or whatever. Like whoever did the logo packs for all of this, I mean, that's just crazy levels of commitment. Like I'm in awe. Like look at these badges, they're so cool. You know, that they're really cool. This is an actual team that has an actual badge, and I'm playing them with my made-up team that actually does have a badge that I made for them. So it's really, really cool. After that first game, we're sitting in 4th, which is great. The only reason we're sitting in 4th is because of the goal difference. Holyport have a better goal difference. They've also got a really nice badge as well. And that is why. And because there's only 20 in this division, it's rather than, what was it last time? 22? It means that there's only 38 games rather than 42, which is like, well, it's not actually that many games less, but it is 2 episodes left. So into the tactical meeting we go. Actually, not yet. We're going to pick a team who's on heavy. So Ruben Mason's on a bit of heavy. And these guys are obviously a couple of... Okay, so Billy Curran, you're going to step in. Ben Horn, you're going to step out for Tadeka, of course. Todd Parker, you could step out for... let's go with Jack McKay. Who else is on heavy? Howard and Melbourne. So both of the midfielders also on a heavy. So Omar Dakas, you're going to have to step in. Howard, you're going to drop out for Chukwu. Cooper, how the others? No, everyone else is okay. So that's all good. Yeah, you know what? That's okay. I'm happy with that. Abdullah gets another start, which is pretty good for him. He wants me to change things back, but I've picked my team. I back my players, and I think they can do a good job. And if they can't, then we will learn and we will improve from that. You know, it's not about yeah, let's do that. It's about giving people chances to succeed, not being worried that they might fail. They might fail. That's fine. We'll go again anyway. So we start off with Tomonori Takeda on the ball. Dakas plays it out wide. Marchant intercepts. Curran gets it. Chukwu gets it. That is the highlight done. And we are firmly into the second and, of course, final game of the episode. Let's see what we can do. It's another league game. And it would be nice to, you know, get another win. Tadeka, well, there we go. Semiyu Chukwu plays an absolute killer ball into Tomonori Takeda. And I think I said Tadeka again. Takeda. And puts it in the back of the net. And what a pass that was. That was a really good pass. Look at this. From Curran into Chukwu. Really good. And then look at that arced pass there. Really nice. Right onto Takeda. First time shot. Boom. In he goes. Really good start. And I've got to go for the calm down because we've started so well that you worry that they're going to go, oh, we started so well. We can't do no wrong. And then they suddenly concede. And it's just like, oh, my word, you didn't need to do that. But we're going to... Oh, unlucky Holcroft. We're going to hopefully kind of keep our heads on and go again. Oh, that's a good pass. But that is not a good shot. That's gone way, way up. Way, way over. And we're not worried about that. You can keep shooting there all day long, if you like. That is 15 minutes and another free kick. And we are currently... Oh, we've dropped to fourth. Again, it's goal difference. What we're not... And it's 2-0, so we're going to go up anyway. Billy Curran, what a goal. Makes it 2-0 after 15 minutes. No! It's not going to count. And now... Oh, I thought that was in. I was going to say 1 minute ago, we're 2-0 up. And now we're suddenly 1-1. Ain't no way. Curran on the ball. He's going to look for a forward pass. No, he goes to Holcroft, who is then surely going to find a forward pass. He does. Takeda runs in behind, but Jones gets there and blasts it over the bar after the defender did well to stop Takeda from getting it. Jones puts it over the bar. Curran, I feel bad for the guy. That was a good header right into the corner, like a jumping, like the ball's coming in, you kind of guide it. You know, you don't really put everything into it. You guide it into that corner. And that's unfortunate. Takeda this time on the free kick gives it to Abdullah. Abdullah moves forward, takes a shot, and that's only just gone wide. And don't forget, Abdullah obviously scored in the last game from distance, so we know he can do it. Take on the shot. If you back yourself, take on the shot. They are living dangerously, playing passes back to the goalie when I've got a striker right there, right next to them. Not sure about that. Oh, Chukwu's lost it to Dennison. Out wide to Lewis, who goes back across, but McKay, I'm going to say McKay. Going to say that. It's McKay. Gets the ball back. Curran into Chukwu again. Into Takeda. Lovely. Hold it up. He does. Dakas, McKay. Takeda, you got it. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly where I was hoping he would go. Cuts inside, shoots it low. It's blocked by Jenkins. It'll go out for a corner. 35 minutes gone. And we are playing very well. I'm really enjoying how these guys are going. Do I need to say anything? I don't think I do. We're doing well. Let them do what they're doing. Oh, a yellow card. Okay, McKay, you might have to swap out. If we've got centre mids on the bench, so I think that's all right. I mean, they've got 3 yellow cards. Look at that. So, in terms of like who's giving away the fouls, who's being a nuisance, who's getting on the ref's wrong side, you know, the bad books, so to speak, it's not us. So let's go with Daniel Ephraim and bring him in on the left-hand side. Deserved his yellow card, so he's not going to be annoyed that we've subbed him off. You've got a yellow card. If you get another one, the team suffers, not just you, the whole team suffers. So we've got to remove that possibility from happening. And he will understand. Ephraim to Chukwu, who moves forward, waits for support, plays a good pass out to Cooper. But unfortunately, it is stolen by Lewis. It wasn't a particularly bad pass. The shot comes in. Is it a shot? Is it a cross? I'm not really sure. It wasn't really either, to be honest. And a little bit of momentum going against us here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call for a demand more. It's not gone down overly well, but probably because the players who are playing well are saying, we are playing well. Why are you demanding more? And the players who are potentially I need to get the response from, they're already maybe a bit down. They're not happy with a demand more. Smith out to Lewis. Whips it in towards Kajkowski. Kakowski, I'm going to say. I'm probably getting it wrong. They've gone to a back five. Okay. So how are we going to combat that? I think I'm going to kind of tell us to slow down again. In fact, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to... But neither of the wingers can play down the middle. So I'm going to swap things around a little bit. We're going to add in... Horn, no, you play as you're pressing forward. There we go. And we're going to kind of change our structure to match the fact that they've obviously changed their structure. They've gone to a back five. I want to be making more problems for them. I want to be asking more questions. Like that, for example. And Takeda's... That should have gone in. That's a bad miss. There's not enough midfielders supporting the attack. Okay, so let's just put Glover on box to box. No, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's just make it a 4-1-2-1-2. And then you're just back onto a centre midfielder. Support. Deep line playmaker. And you're... Yeah, probably on attack. Yeah, maybe I think that'll work. I mean, I say that like there's only 15 minutes to go anyway. We're not really exactly trying to like break the opposition structure and score another 2 goals. It's more about just reacting to the fact that they've obviously gone to a back five. Oh, Ben Horn, you've got to push that across. You've got to try and give that to Takeda. He's there for the pass. It's a bit selfish. A bit selfish. Ben Horn will chase that. He is rapid, to be fair. He will chase that. That's a corner ball. So, 15 minutes to go. Can I demand more now? Like, we haven't scored since the beginning, guys. I mean, it does seem to be working, but Ephraim is playing a little bit high up. Oh, over the bar. It's not actually creating much help for him. So I'm going to drop him to a support. That should... So he was about here with the strikers. Basically playing as another striker. I don't think that's exactly what I need or want from him. I want him to kind of be a bit more of a link. Yeah, that's all right. Over the bar. We're not worried about it. A good shot from distance again. Like, we're letting them shoot from distance again. Yeah, that's better. That's more what I'm after. I'm after Ephraim here in these little pockets of space. I could even tell him to kind of drop even more. I wanted him in that 3. But then the game said there's no one supporting. The attackers are getting isolated. So you've got to have some connective tissue, I guess. Good save from the keeper there. The keeper's done really well to keep us to only 1. Of course, with an offside in there as well. Again, see, like, I've got my middle of the park. Glover, Chukwu, Dakas, the wingers out there. Maybe Ephraim could have just been out on the wing instead. Because he is basically acting like another striker there at the minute. Let's see if that does work. Go out on the right. But then he's an inverted forward because that's clearly the position he wants to be in. So this is like on-the-fly analysis. And all I'm really getting from it is he likes to be in those positions. It makes sense. Because that's what he's been doing. since he came to the club. Okay, defend this corner and we get the win. Despite all the momentum in the second half, we actually haven't found a goal. So it would be... Oh, no, I was going to say it would be good on them if they managed to hold out and grab a draw at the end. They don't. We take a win. A very good performance defensively across the board there. I'm quite impressed with that. Takeda with a great goal. Set up by Chukwu. It was a really good setup. And overall, yeah, happy with that performance. Happy with the episode. And we're going to check what the table looks like after 2 rounds have been played. Okay, so I don't have to click anywhere. It's right here. Haringey have played 1. That's the game they lost to us. South Reading have only played 1. They lost that as well. Oh, no, they got a win on that one, actually, 4-1. But all the other teams have played 2. So this is what the table looks like. Lots of teams. Look at that. 6 teams are without dropping points. They're 6 out of 6, which is quite impressive. But it's only 2 games in, of course. South Reading with a win. And then there are another 2 teams who haven't lost yet. So good for them as well. A really, really good show across the board. Yeah, look, the teams are winning, teams are losing. There's not been many draws. In fact, there's been 1, which is really surprising. There's one draw. Wow. And it must be between Ottershaw and Corinthian Casuals, and there it is, 2-2, because they're the only teams that aren't on a multiple of 3. But yeah. That was a good game. That was a good episode. We take another 1-0 and we just keep going. We just keep going. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed. If there's more stuff you want me to show you in the menus, of course, I'm happy to do that. We've got nothing happening right now. But yeah, good stuff. Thanks for watching. Until next time.